What happens when a government's silence speaks louder than the cries of its people? In Nairobi, the answer has unfolded in real time, captured by news crews on the ground, risking their safety to bring the truth to the world. To help you understand the scale and emotion of these protests, let's watch a brief clip from Times News, used here under fair use for commentary and educational purposes. All rights belong to Times News.
They want to kill us. You see what they did to us?
For me, Ruto will go today.
In the heart of Nairobi, Kenya, the answer has come with a deafening roar. Streets filled with thousands, a nation in mourning, and a president under fire. According to reports from Al Jazeera, BBC News, and The Guardian, at least 8 people have been killed and more than 400 injured as protests have erupted across Kenya's capital and beyond. Doctors and human rights groups have confirmed that many of the wounded suffered gunshot injuries, but the government has so far refused to comment on these grave allegations. The spark? Growing frustration with President William Ruto's administration, fueled by rising taxes, economic hardship, and allegations of government neglect. But this time, the calls for change have turned into a tidal wave, spearheaded largely by Kenya's youth. Chants for President Ruto's resignation have echoed through Nairobi's streets, while security forces responded with tear gas, water cannons, and, according to eyewitnesses, live ammunition. The situation has become so volatile that, in a controversial move, the government initially imposed a ban on TV coverage of the protests. This ban was swiftly challenged and overturned by Kenya's High Court, restoring media outlets' rights to broadcast and exposing the government's attempts to suppress transparency, a critical victory as cited by BBC News. Amidst the chaos, the human cost has been devastating. A security guard employed by Kenya Power was tragically killed, shot dead while on duty. Eyewitnesses described scenes of confusion and fear as unidentified armed individuals attacked demonstrators, often in the presence of uniformed police. This has raised disturbing questions about state complicity and the safety of ordinary citizens exercising their right to protest. This isn't the first time such violence has engulfed Nairobi. Exactly 1 year ago, similar protests ended in bloodshed. Now the memories of those who died remain painfully fresh. Today, fear grips many families. Activists warn of ongoing abductions targeting government critics, deepening the sense of insecurity. Mohammed, one protester, told local media, "We want the government to stop extrajudicial killing." His voice is one among thousands, each echoing a plea for human rights, safety, and accountability. Amina Mood, another demonstrator, gave an emotional plea for the future of Kenya's children, demanding a society where peaceful assembly is not met with violence, but with dialogue and respect. As the protests rage on, the streets of Nairobi are a testament to courage and unity. Young and old alike are risking their safety for a chance at justice and a better tomorrow. Despite these calls for reform, the government's response has been widely criticized. President Ruto addressed the nation, urging calm and peace, but his absence from the streets during the height of the demonstrations has only fueled frustration and questions about his leadership. Meanwhile, rights groups, including Amnesty International and the Kenya Human Rights Commission, are calling for independent investigations and an immediate end to police brutality. The international community is now watching closely as Kenyans stand on the brink of a pivotal moment in their democracy. Transparency, accountability, and justice, these are the rallying cries echoing across the country. The High Court's swift ruling against the broadcast ban stands as a rare victory for Kenya's free press. But the battle between state power and people's rights is far from over. As history threatens to repeat itself, the world must ask, will Kenya's leaders listen this time? Or will silence and violence once again drown out the voices of its people? To stay updated on this developing story, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. What do you think needs to happen next in Kenya? Should President Ruto step down, or can real reform happen under his leadership? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and stand with those demanding justice.